I'm excited to share about my first trip to Venice, Italy with my parents. We arrived by train and had to quickly figure out the water taxi system to get to our Airbnb. Our Airbnb host had kindly suggested purchasing the 2-day tickets online, and when you do, don't be worried that you don't get tickets. You'll then go to the kiosk and be able to print them out there, and it is actually pretty easy. It is a lot like a train or subway system with following the stops, and when they pull up to your stop, you can just get off. For the 48-hour ticket, it was about $100 per person, and I was surprised in that time we actually did use it quite a bit, so it is worth it.
Hey, we are on a waterboat taxi in Venice to get to our Airbnb. We've already done 2 trains. Feels like way more. Oh, and a bus off the cruise, and it was like 90 some degrees on our train.
First train. No, first train on the cruise boat. Then 2 trains and a bus.
Long day.
Some other tips with travel in Venice is when you're trying to get back to the airport when you leave, or when you arrive, you can take a bus, which is right next to the train station. That was 10 euros per person, and it did come pretty regularly. It was also 40 euros for a taxi, so because it was just a little bit more, we decided to do that to get back to the Venice airport. Venice is somewhere I'd actually put off visiting for quite some time because of how touristy it was. However, I do think it's absolutely worth visiting. It was beautiful and really interesting to learn the history and how this city was built, which I will share more about a bit later as we learn from our amazing Airbnb hosts. Our Airbnb was also situated in a nice quiet part of Venice, but very easy to get to everything. The decor was beautiful. It was a 2-bedroom and 2-bathroom with AC and had the best views from the private rooftop. The exact Airbnb we stayed in is linked in the description. Once we were settled in, it was time to go find dinner, and we were craving some really good Italian food. The restaurant we found was off the beaten path, and everything we had was really delicious. The hospitality was wonderful, and they even gifted us some limoncello shots. We started with bruschetta and a local beer and limoncello spritzes. Okay.
That's good.
Pumpkin gnocchi, spaghetti, tortellini. Bon appetit. Cheers. Almost the end of our trip.
He gave us a limoncello shot. It's good.
Afterwards, we walked around the shops in the area, and I love that from what I saw, there were many boutique and artsy shops, shops with Murano glass, and many expensive shops, but to me, honestly, it just felt less touristy and more just a little bougie. Then we decided we were ready for the gondola experience. I'd actually booked it online prior to our trip, but our Airbnb host had recommended not doing that as it is more expensive and can be difficult to get to the right meeting location, and that is actually best to just go when the moment is right. I'm so glad that I listened to her because not only did I save about $50, but it was just so much more convenient as well. The prices are managed by the city, so they are the same everywhere, don't worry about that, and it was 90 euros before 7 p.m. and after 7 it is 110 euros. Now for the interesting history that we learned from our amazing Airbnb host with some pictures she had sent us. I didn't know this before visiting Venice, but all the buildings in Venice were constructed on top of long wooden piles that are 50 to 65 feet long and are driven into the ground under the water through mud until it reaches clay. And it is kind of a phenomenon because wood would normally rot, but because it is a lagoon, it is low in oxygen, which helps preserve the wood piles, most of them being 600 to 800 years old. And because the lagoon has a lot of minerals, the wood has also absorbed this and petrified over time, so it is almost like stone now. And above the wood they place marble to ensure stability of the base, and the main cathedral, St. Mark's Basilica, is about 1,000 years old, and the Basilica of Santa Maria della Salute, which is by our Airbnb, is about 500 years old and has well-documented foundation, which it has about 100,000 wood piles underneath to support that church.
We did our gondola ride and got dinner. Now we're gonna head back to the Airbnb, but we have to take one more water taxi. Okay, I am up on the rooftop right now of our Airbnb, and I have to show you this amazing view. I will be having coffee here in the morning, and I can't wait to see the sunset. So pretty. Also, the Airbnb hosts gave us these earrings that they designed themselves, and they're made out of Murano glass. So cool.
It is the next morning and we are going to find coffee and breakfast. We went over towards St. Mark's Basilica and came across Cafe Florian, which is very first cafe in Florence. We were drawn to it for the patio, views, and orchestra playing. Hey, we're at our breakfast. We've got the orchestra playing in the back, hopefully soon again, and our coffees. We went to buy some chocolates from here as souvenirs, but I also had to get a perfume. Cafe Florian was really cute, but it was very overpriced, I will have to say. We just had coffee and breakfast, and at the same cafe, it's called the Florian, I also got a perfume that I will be wearing at my wedding day. I'm really excited about it. But this cafe is from 1720 and it is the first cafe in Venice. Also, it is one of the first places where women could meet. And this is Doge Palace. I do wish we could have visited the inside of it, but unfortunately we ran out of time, and I'm pretty sure you have to book in advance, but at least we were able to see it from the outside. And I'm normally not a shopper, but I do get married in just 2 months, so we came across this cute boutique and I want to try on some dresses for our rehearsal dinner. I did find a dress, but it is none of these, so if you want to see which one I got, you'll have to wait a little longer. And this is the boutique I got it from, and my eye was also caught by this shirt, so I had to get it. And after shopping, my mom saw this stand and wanted to try the hot dog. Potato and a hot dog.
Looks good.
We enjoyed walking around this area, and this is Rialto Bridge. They have several different shops on it and it overlooks the canal. Had to get some pictures and see it because it is pretty impressive. Then it was time to head back to our Airbnb to get some rest and get ready for our food and wine tour this evening. It is our last night on our trip in Italy. We're in Venice still. We're gonna go do a food and wine tour. This is my new jacket I bought today from Max & Co. We are now walking to our food and wine tour.
Yay! Bring it on.
What'd you say?
Bring it on.
So I found this experience on Airbnb, and I will also link this below. We loved our guide. She was so kind and knowledgeable, and it was fun to learn the difference between Venetian culture and cuisine as opposed to Italian because they are different. The Venetians were here before they became part of Italy and have their own language still today.
Bob is in Italian language and it explains what this is for. But all these names are in Venetian language.
We took the traghetto, which is a transportation that locals do frequently use, which is €2 just to get across the canal. Okay, our next stop, go in. Go.
Yeah, it's got a pen.
Alright, eggs and shrimp, porchetta, and cheese.
And yeah, this one is blue cheese. What's yours?
Gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola.
Just made by these guys, and they also put it there, like they box it so you can buy and take home. So we've been making the cream coffee this way and since the 14th.
Trying baklava.
It's a new aroma to your house. Yeah. Yeah.
I gave them the whole piece one, and I kept it.
It's not bad tasting, but the smell is a little.
Okay.
Little fried dumplings. Inside there is mozzarella, flour for some mozzarella.
During this 2.5-hour experience, we went to 5 different local restaurants and tried 2 dishes at each place, so 10 total, and also 5 different wines or cocktails that are all local. By the end of the experience, I was on the verge of being toothed, but honestly, I thought it was the perfect amount of food and drinks to really enjoy the experience and learn a lot about the Venetian culture, history, and cuisine. We just finished our food tour with Giada, which is our tour guide. We have the same name. That's her name in Italian, which is Jade. And what did you think?
It was very nice. I'm very full.
What do you think?
It was great. So good.
5 different drinks, wines, spritzes, local drinks, and yes, we are full. Ended with tiramisu, my favorite dessert. Now it is 8:30. We're walking back to our Airbnb to get ready to leave in the morning at 8 a.m.
Ciao.
Ciao. That is all for our first trip to Venice, Italy. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe as I will soon be sharing about our European cruise, which we visited multiple coastal cities in Italy, Greece, Croatia, and Montenegro.